Turnout. We truly appreciate having you guys here. I am Hani Abdullah, building principal here. Been here for quite some time. We're going to take a second to introduce all of our admin team. Please, if you ever have any questions or concerns, always feel free that you come in. We are one family. We'll start off with.
I'm Ms. Kareem, assistant principal for high school.
I'm Helen Priest, and I run the libraries for the district.
Hi, I'm Ms. Rahal. I'm the high school social worker, and the rest of my team.
My name is Ms. Batul, and I'm the behavioral specialist.
My name is Ed Sobeh, and I'm the middle school social worker.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tanya Badley. I'm the coordinator of support services, and I'm their supervisor.
Good morning, parents. I am Dr. Zainab Pusi, the coordinator of tutorials, ESL, and Type 3 programs.
I am Raja Sadi. I'm the senior counselor. Hello, I'm the ninth grade counselor.
Hello. My name is Valisa. I'm a nurse aide.
Donna.
Hi, my name is Donna Jamelawi, and I'm one of the nurses.
Hi, my name is Amanda Valdez. I'm the electives and specialist instructional coach and the music teachers here. Hello, I'm Vera Day. I'm the chief academic officer for the district.
Hi, also I'm the office manager and group accountant.
All right, Ms. Holford.
Hi, Jennifer Holfer. I'm the Director of Food Services.
And our three amazing deans.
I'm Mr. Fakhlid Dean. I'm the Dean of Elementary. Mr. Wood, High School Dean.
Ms. Kanafer, middle school dean. Welcome, everyone.
We're still missing a couple people who are actually teaching right now. We have our math instructional head, Ms. Lanish Shani, and we have our social studies instructional head, Ms. Andrea Lewis. We have our elementary assistant principal and elementary supervisor is Ms. Lucas, as you know. And who else am I missing? Ms. Tobis, our science department head. But always feel free, anytime you guys have any questions or concerns, to come in and just give us a holler. Parents, thank you guys. Mr. Sharafuddin is going to take over from now and talking about Parent Square. All right, thank you, admin team.
Okay.
Parents, as we're presenting, please, it's okay, feel free to get up, get seconds, thirds. Eat yourself, we got a lot of food. Dessert's really good.
Good morning, dear parents. Who prefers this to be given in English? Please raise your hand if you prefer it in English. And the other option is Arabic. If you prefer it in Arabic, please raise your hand. Okay, so I'll mix it since we're split in half. We don't have to worry about that in Parent Square. We'll know that in a second. My name is Mr. Sharafuddin. I'm the Family Engagement Community Liaison for the district. We help with family engagement. Let me talk to you a little bit about what does it mean? What does family engagement mean? So in about 2010, the Department of Education follows research. When they want to make decisions, they follow scientific research. So scientific research was coming out about things that affect student achievement. And one of the most effective things that were coming out is that family engagement is affecting student achievement. One of the most effective things on student achievement was their parental involvement. It used to be called at that time parental involvement. So the federal government started focusing on increasing parental engagement at the school. So all the schools have parental involvement, but they want to, how do we increase it? And there is a method to increase it, but it's like 8 ways of increasing parental engagement, but one of which is to provide education and material for the parents so they can help their children at home, engage the parents in the decision-making process. So there is a committee that Mr. Abdullah is putting together. Usually he tries to have a parent in it so he can get feedback from parents, encouraging communication between schools and parents, ways to communicate with teachers, administration, and in the language of the parent. This is not only something that we provide. I want you to know that this is not something that we provide as a privilege. This is something that you have the right to. Every parent in the country has the right to access their student information in their own language. So the schools are obligated by by their civil rights, by the parents' civil rights, to provide the parents with proper communication. So in our schools, tends to be Arabic is the major second language, but any other language, we will provide whatever is needed to communicate with the parents. So since 2013, there has been departments for family engagement. They switched it from parental involvement to family engagement because not all students have their parents involved. Some have their neighbors, their aunts, uncles, grandparents. So they call it family because it really takes a village, takes a family to really help a child. So one of these tools is one of the things that the family engagement department does is this family engagement breakfast. I'll tell you the future of this. What's going to happen here? What we're trying to do is this family engagement breakfast that happens monthly. We want it to be like a town hall where all the local organizations, the police department, the fire department, the local hospitals, the local nonprofit organizations, if they want to provide information for parents, they have three things to give. They come here, they put their tables, and they provide this information. So you're going to see this growing, where the breakfast, which is thank you very much for the lunch department, it's a 5-star breakfast, and will continue. And we will also have more community organizations like Access, for example, involved with this plan.
I want to just jump in. Your guys' support with events like this means a lot. We take your feedback seriously. When you guys show up to these things, you're providing that connection for us that we, say you're giving us a different perspective, or maybe you're making a recommendation. Improvement always happens when you work together. So parents, we highly, we need you guys here not just for the events. Be involved. That's the whole point of this. Growth. I want to go back to what Mr. Dean pointed out earlier. A child's success has so much to do with their connection at home, their support at home. And when you have that support, you always see that child himself. Whenever there's a disconnect, you see the struggle. So being involved with your school is important. So I really appreciate you guys being here. Remember, while I mean this wholeheartedly, we have an open door policy. It's okay to come talk to me and share your ideas. And this is what this is for. And you guys are going to really love this new parent square because if you don't speak Arabic, trust me, you probably don't want me translating in Arabic. I can do my best, but this does a great job of translating everything for us. So make sure that you're really focusing on this and what we can do. Everyone at home, I hope you get this. Let's move on to Parent Square and see the benefits of it. So
thank you, Mr. Abdullah. So one of the ways that the schools engage parents is through communication. And we used all the tools available before, Remind, Class Dojo, so many different softwares you got messages for, because technology did not yet create something that's comprehensive. But now technology is catching up with the needs. And the parent company that does a lot of technology for schools, including a software called Power School, which controls the school records. So all the school records currently are on a software called Power School. And that Power School, also you have access to it. You can download the app. You can have access to Power School, where you see your child's grades and assignments and attendance. These are the three things that you see in Power School. Now they created this new software called Parent Square, which connects to Power School. And it's a way to put all this communication together in one place. So you can forget about Remind. You can forget about Class Dojo unless the teacher is using it for positive behavior support and giving points for behavior. You can forget about everything else. This is the only thing that you're going to need to be totally in touch with the school.
when I'm posting things, I'm going to be using this. I've shifted away from Remind, so all messages going out, all communication is gonna be through, Parent Square. So if you haven't done it yet, make sure that we're downloading this, we have this on our phone, and we're giving you guys the opportunity now to understand what it is and, what's it all about.
Okay, so who needs me to translate to Arabic what I just said?
Who wants me to translate in there?
Who wants me to translate into Arabic? Okay.
So continue on English. All right. So for Parent Square, it is, you don't have to let us or give us approval to communicate with you. You are already on Parent Square, and we are already reaching out to you through Parent Square. Actually, the only time that you have to fill a form to do something about this is if you want to opt out. So this is different from other softwares where we need you to sign in. This one, you're already signed in. And you're already going to get messages if you don't already, who already got messages from Parent Square. So yeah, all of you, if you have a number or email in Power School, you should have received something from Parent Square. So you are already at 100% connectivity with us. But if you want to use the features of Parent Square, you have to download the app or sign in on the computer to get the full features of Parent Square. And if you don't want to be on Parent Square, then you have to fill a form to opt out from Parent Square. So all of you are in automatically, and that's the nice thing about the software. Now, this is connected directly to the school record. If you update your number, it will be updated here automatically. If your child moves from one class to another, the class will be updated automatically. If you change your email, the email will be updated automatically. Also, we've changed the system this year where two parents, each parent has an email, separate email. So if you struggled with that before, if you're using your husband's email or your wife's email to access this, you don't need to do this anymore. All you have to do is give a call to the main office or stop by and give them the two emails. Say, this is the father's email, this is the mother's email, this is Guardian 1 email, this is Guardian 2 email, and each one of you will have automatically access to Parent School in 24 hours. Every day at 2 a.m., all the records and Power School gets updated to Parent School.
If you haven't received any notifications, probably because your information isn't updated in our school. So it's a quick call to the main office for stopping by the main office. They do a great job of updating it on the spot.
Okay. So who has the app already downloaded? All right, awesome.
Well done. Good job. Good. My parents are.
So with Parent Square, there's three ways to communicate on Parent Square: post, direct messages, and smart and urgent alerts. Now I want to talk to you about this. We don't have a problem connecting with you. We have a problem with you getting too many messages. So I want to teach you how to control that if you don't know already, how to control the amount of messages and the way you prepare the messages to come to you. So let's jump into that. I'll jump to that and then I'll come back to everything else.
So just so you guys know, the Parent Square is connected to every single one of your child's teachers. So you can possibly get a notification from all of your child's teachers, including myself and any other admin in the school. So this is why this is important. Let's say you just don't need to hear all the notifications. If you just want to silence some, Search Everything is going to go over, how to limit those notifications.
So when we first invited you to Parent Square, you probably received an email like this or a text message like this, and it gives you an option to opt out. And it gives you an option to register to the app. And you click activate or you click register on your phone. And the first thing that it will ask you is to create an account by creating your own password. And then after that, it will ask you to confirm your information. Because just in case some other parent has their number wrong, we don't want them to access the student's information. So they have to confirm, meaning that they're going to send you a code. When you click on confirming your email, they're going to send you a code to your email. You copy that code and you put it in the verification. So it verifies that this is truly your email. The same thing with your phone number. It will also verify if these are your children. and you will confirm that this, yes, this is my child. So it will go to this confirmation. Confirming number, confirming children. And now you are connected. Now let's talk about the notification setting. So there is 3 ways for you to receive a message, either through text message or email or push notification. Push notification is when the app itself sends you a notification. So for you to set up, there is 3 ways for you to set up each one of these channels. So you have 3 channels to get contacted, and there's 3 ways to control how you get contacted. It's either off or on either instant or digest. So it's either off, instant, or digest. Off means you don't get messages through this way, either email, text, or app notification. App, text, or email. You either you don't want to get any message, or you want to get an instant message. You turn it on, and it's instant. Means you get a message right away when it's sent or posted. Or you can choose digest. Digest means it will send you only 1 message a day. If there were messages sent in that day, it will send you only 1 message with all the messages sent on that day, or an email with all the messages sent on that day. It's sent at 6 p.m. and you're gonna get everything that was sent since 6 p.m. of the last 24 hours, basically. So you can set up this. If you don't set up this and you're getting push notification, you're getting roofed, like Mr. Abdullah at the office. Keep promoting the office. Yes. If you're getting so much, you're getting alerted from all the different ways, then you probably want to change your notification. If too many notification is bothering you, this is the way to stop it. If Mr. Abdullah was bothering you with remind before, you couldn't do anything about it. And now you can control it. You can tell, I'm going to only hear Mr. Abdullah once a day at 6 p.m.
I promise I'm gonna try to limit the messages and until they're pertinent. I just have repeated messages that go out because a parent would always tell me, "Why I didn't get that message?" Well, maybe you can check your phone that one time. But I size them out. But I would recommend for those of you guys who have kids in multiple classes, do that one message at the end of the night, 6 o'clock one, and then you get your rundown of the day. Those of you guys who want to know more, hey, change your settings to get everything. It's your purpose. It's your property.
Do you know what FOMO stands for? FOMO, who knows what FOMO stands
FOMO.
FOMO means fear of missing out. It's a big anxiety with new generation. If you have fear that, I'm going to turn off some of the notifications, but I'm not going to get, if you're worried that should I, turn off the notification or not, let me tell you, first of all, if there's an urgent alert, you're going to get it. It doesn't matter what your preference is. So urgent alerts will override everything. Number 2, every teacher actually who posts has an option to override your notification setting to send you an instant message. So if the teacher or the principal feels that you need to get this message now, then they will override your preferences. So don't worry about that. Important messages you will still receive. So go ahead, do your notification the way you like it. Most of the messages will be sent to your preferred way. So there's 3 ways to send. Now I told you how you receive. Now there's 3 ways to send. If a teacher is posting something, there's 3 ways for them to send. Either they post it to be sent to you on your preferred notification. So it will basically go the way you set it up for yourself. If you set up text message instant and email digest and no push notification, then you won't get any push notifications. You'll get the email at 6 p.m. With everything that was sent, and you'll get an instant message. And the second way for them to do it is to send instant to override your preferences. This is only for important messages. Let's say there is a party that was set up for the students after school and it was canceled, or they're coming early from a field trip, or they're coming late from a field trip. They're supposed to get here at dismissal, but they're actually getting at 4 p.m. The teacher is sending you a message. She doesn't want to wait for you to see it on your preferred way. She wants you to get it now. So she will override your preferred. They're not gonna do this unless it is really important for you to know right away. And the third way is to just post without even notifying you. Like if the teacher took pictures in the field trip and she's posting the pictures on the class, then you don't need to be notified about that. So she'll just post them without. You will see them when you go to the app. So these are also the computer looks like this, and you set it up the way you like. So if any parent tells you, "Oh, I'm getting so many messages, this feels like a spam," tell them you can change the setting and fix it up. Also, you can choose your preferred language, and there's all languages. I can't say all languages. There's tremendous amount of languages in the world, but all the main languages are in our school. Parent Square, and if you choose a preferred language here, then it will translate the app for you. It will translate all the messages to your preferred language. All the messages, all the forms, all the stories, all the newsletters, everything will be translated into your preferred language. Let's take Arabic, for example. It will be translated to Arabic. And if you even get a direct message, if the teacher sends you a direct message, because that's one of the things we see here, is that you can do one-on-one communication. You'll also get it in Arabic, and you can reply in Arabic, and it will be translated automatically to the teacher in English. And it will tell you that this message has been translated, and it will give you an option to see the original message, so you will know that this has been translated.
That's the best, one of the best features about the app is that if I send something in English, you can only read Arabic, or that's your preferred list, automatically sends it in Arabic. But really, it's a great feature. And then you see it in Arabic. I would then see it in English, but I can't read Arabic, but it automatically does that for you. Whatever your preferred language is.
Okay, so we haven't used much of the features yet, but you'll see a lot of the features coming up. I think one of the things you saw already is the forms, that we're doing forms through it. There's no more paper forms. You will not get much papers like you used to get before. Even permission slips, the permission slips will be there. Most of the forms will be in the parent square. This is how it looks on the screen. This is how it looks on your phone. Think of it like Facebook without all the nonsense and the advertisement, where it is a storyline. You see things chronologically. The latest post you see first. You can scroll down. You can filter what you want to see. Because right now, if you have a child in second grade, a child in fifth grade, what you're gonna get is the stories from second grade, the stories from fifth grade, and the stories from the start, the principal or whoever posts in the whole school. And also, if your children are part of groups, if they're part of chess club and chess club has a group, then you'll get messages there. Even parents can have their own groups. So like PTA will have a group. You'll be on it too. If there is a volunteer committee, you can create a group for it where you communicate with the teachers in that committee. So you'll see that here you can filter it using this. You can access your account using this. And if your children are different schools, you can switch schools under the school name. And there is three.
So when he says different schools, if عندك واحد بجورج وواحد عندنا, it shows up on the same. So you just type them in George Bahas. So you can still see your kids' stuff. So
Even Dearborn Public Schools started using Parent Square this year too. And communication, resources, participation. So there is under communication, you see the post. This is a menu on the left. Under resources directory, you can access the whole school directory. On the phone, it looks different. You click on the burger sign, the touch and thought, and you'll see the menu. There's also extra menu at the bottom. There's three dots where it takes you more options at the bottom. So see here when there is not alerts, it will show you that there is a number of alerts that you haven't seen. And then messages, it will also show you an icon if you missed any messages. Messages are like one-to-one or group messages. So this has two ways of messages, either one-on-one, so you can talk to a teacher. You can talk to any teacher in the school. You can talk to any admin in the school except Mr. Abdullah.
what? You can always talk to me.
The principal is not on the directory list, just to save him some time. But of course, you can always call the main office. And talk to the-
One thing I want you guys to pay attention to, that teachers appreciate when a teacher posts something. You know how you guys on social media hit the like button? Appreciate it,
perfect.
right? The teachers are going out of their way to post something. Show that you're interacting with them. Show that it's like they're going out of their way to post something, just like you do with their social media. Do that. If you don't know how to do the appreciation, then
Yeah, appreciate is a little hard. It's like the like button.
just like you, those little things are showing our teachers that you're interacting with them, that you are, you know, noticing what they're posting, because they want to show off what they're doing. They want to show off your kids really and what they're doing. So you take a second to appreciate that.
On the so directory, you can find any staff member and communicate with them. Calendar, you can see the whole calendar of the school. You can subscribe to the calendar where it adds it to your phone calendar. And photos and files. Let's say that there was a post a couple months ago with your children's field trip. Instead of scrolling to look for that, you can go to photos and see all the photos in one place. Links, archives, and then groups. If you are part of any group, it will show up over here. And then if you have any sign-ups, calls, or volunteer hours, it will show up here. We're not using everything right now. We're doing it step by step, so you're not overwhelmed. I want to show you before I leave, because my time is almost up. I want to show you one thing we posted yesterday. I'm not sure if you missed, but if you need to see all the forms in one place, because we've been sending the forms slowly. I know some of you like it, some of you hate it. We just thought if you got 20 forms at once, I don't know how your reaction would be. So we didn't take that risk, and we split the parent comments. So we split it into sending 2 a day. By Tuesday, it will be over with 20. If you have a senior child, then you should have received 20. If you don't have a senior child, then you've received a total of 18, because 2 of them are only for senior parents. So we only send it to if you click on the 3 dots in the bottom, more, and click on forms, it will show you all the forms that you have to sign. If you've signed it already, it will show a star next to it. If there's no star next to it, this means you haven't signed it yet. So it's just an easy way for you to follow. Which form it's on.
We do need you guys to actually do this. So please don't just assume it's just gonna sit there. We need to fill that out, please. We ask that all parents fill that out, and we keep reminding the kids. So, you know, let's just knock this out and get it done. You know, we've tried different methods. I love this method. If you get that notification, just get it done. Then you get the next one, get it done. Get the next one, get it done. And you have to do it for each one of your kids. Don't assume because you're doing it for one that it applies to all. If you have multiple kids, you've got to do the contracts for each one of your kids.
So I think the longest one is the medical one, which is coming up soon.
It's complicated. So
It's already posted. Yeah, it's already posted.
It's already-
what's nice about the medical one that is easier than what it used to be is we've pre-populated the information for you. And it's tedious. It's not so much complicated. It's just multiple steps that you gotta do. Yes, I will agree. It is more tedious than it is complicated. It's just, it takes a little bit more time.
Well, we're sending
For
to
the
a date.
kids, yes, that is.
To a date.
Benefit date.
So there's few left.
They're saying about the medical contract where they got, we can find a different way of, when they go to the birthday, forces them back. Like it takes them a step back to them to go the next bit multiple kids. Maybe look into that, how.
Okay, we'll look into that. Yeah, we can, please let us know if there's any problem happening. Let us know. It's new to us too. So we'll fix it right away if there's any issue with that. We definitely want to make it more convenient. So I expect the medical form to be even better next year, inshallah. Finally, when a teacher can use this for so many ways. So parent-teacher conferences, you're gonna book your time with the teacher using this.
You guys hear that? Never done that. Parent-teacher conferences are gonna be booked using Parent Square. This is a big deal. This is something that's important to us. Yes, transition time, you can see my kids walk through the hall. They're amazing. Just give them 5 minutes and they'll be out of your way. But that is a big deal. Parent-teacher conferences being scheduled through Parent Square is a really big deal.
And like volunteering, if the teacher needs something in the classroom, volunteering, you can sign up there. If permission slips for field trips are gonna be there. If there's a party in the class and there's a potluck and the teacher wants 2 napkins, 1 salad, you can sign up for things there. So a lot of things happen on Parent Square. If the teacher is showing a movie, now we have the ability to let every parent sign a permission slip for more specific things. So if you were showing a movie, the teacher wants your permission, then you'll get a permission for each of your children to watch this movie. So there's so much interaction and control over communication with the teacher in your class. I think that's it. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We're always here and we'll help you. Yes.
You posted for this meeting only 2 times. One time saying it was online, and the other time saying it's in the cafeteria,
Uh-huh.
and that's it.
Oh, you want more?
Yeah.
Okay.
At George, they posted every day till we come.
Okay. So, yeah, so we're trying to gauge again.
Only one, so if somebody doesn't see it at the time,
Yeah.
and then many people came out, you can see.
Yeah,
it.
to tell you the truth, what we worry about is something called communication fatigue, where parents get tired and then they stop watching. So we're very careful. So I prefer to hear that
Yeah.
than hearing a complaint that you're doing it too much. So now we'll do
I
it
see the
more.
first post about it's online,
Uh-huh.
so I thought there is nothing in the cafeteria. And then I saw.
Yeah, you know,
What a good point, that it was only posted on Parent Square. The reason why we didn't post it on Remind is because we are shifting from that. We need our parents to make adjustments. In life, things are gonna change, right? We're doing this is an amazing step from where we were, okay? We gotta kind of, force the situation in a sense. We want everyone on Parent Square. This is our main source of communication. We need everyone to kind of shift to that. And anytime there's change, no matter what it is, there's always gonna be a learning period, but that's okay. I could have overwhelmed you with 100 posts, but then I got the complaints from everyone. So no, you're sending 100 remind messages. Well, that's what was the point, but then
Yeah.
we realized we're getting people saying that it's too many. So we've got to balance that out. Once we figure that out. obviously we'll-
so let me tell you, I don't have it here, but if you go to the post of today's event, there is a calendar, there is a date on the top. And if you click on that, it says add to your calendar.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get as many messages, but it's gonna be more efficient. Next time we'll do an RSVP. We didn't do RSVP this time because parents are new, but next time we'll put RSVP means you want to come. So when you click you want to come, we'll send you more reminders that to come. But we're not gonna be sending like before. We used to have to do a lot of messages. Right now, because you have it there, and if you subscribe to the calendar, it goes to your calendar. You can subscribe to the whole school calendar, and it will only have the events related to your children in your calendar. And you can set your notification the way you want to remind you and everything. Yes. Yeah, check with the main office. Let them make sure that you have the right email and number.
Yeah, so anyone missing something, we gotta make sure that your demographics, your name, your phone number, all those things are updated in Power School. When you update in Power School, this automatically updates, we get synced with it. So it's very important. Okay?
All right. Thank you very much. And
I gotta give Mr. Sharifuddin credit, by the way,
let us know.
before he goes. When a lot of the technology changes and the way we do things have come a long way. Parent contracts used to be 20 pages that you used to make copies of. I used to make copies of thousands of pages and send them home. And a lot of things that we've done, Mr. Sharifuddin has done a great job streamlining this. So I want to give credit where credit is due. Thank you. He's the man behind all these improvements that we get with communicating with parents. So I appreciate you and all that you do, sir. I will forever be grateful. But you can be a great job. So, for the next part of our presentation, look, this is you're gonna see a lot on the screen. What you're about to see is something important. This is actually what Mr. Sharifuddin was talking about. This is what is referred to as a parent compact, but we've been referring to it as a parent contract, okay? This is the thing that I'm talking about that I literally used to print out for every single student in this building, and then guess what I have to do with that? Unstaple every single packet and scan every single one. It would take me, I'm not exaggerating, days to do this. We've gone electronic, and that's what you're getting through Parent Square. We have to spend some time with you guys, and we want to hear from you guys on what we can do to improve what is on here, the feedback that you guys are giving. So Mr. Wentz is going to go through the contract. There's 20 pages. Be patient. But what I need you to do is, if you're noticing something that you're not understanding, a contract that doesn't make sense to you, what is its purpose? We're here to answer those questions, okay? So we're going to go through this now. So this is now we're shifting to parent contract, okay, or compact, okay? So this is Mr. Wentz. We'll take it from here.
Okay, so this is actually 35 pages. I'm hoping to get this done in about 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go through the most important pieces. This is in Parent Square. This is my 8th year here, and every year we try to make it a little bit more user friendly for everybody as we go through it. Okay, so a lot of this is done by a lot of the things are pre-populated. You're just clicking yes, no for a few options as we go through this. Okay.
I want to talk about that. You're getting. All of you guys should have received notification. The pre-populated, what that means, Maneta, is your kid's information is already in there. Instead of you trying to type it in, it's already in there. That is a big step because that saves you guys a lot of time. You're just kind of initialing. You're just signing. And I want to be clear. This isn't a star thing. Any school you go to, you must do this. We just have to keep, after you guys until we get this done.
Okay, so first page, this is just saying that your student is going to be given an electronic device. If they misuse it, there are consequences that follow, right?
What do we give you guys? That's an electronic device. Chromebook. Okay.
Okay, so this is just saying, hey, I understand my student needs to use this the right way. This is for high school. This is for seniors when they're graduating. There's guidelines as far as what they need to wear, the requirements they need to graduate. That is the next couple pages here. This is just saying, hey, I agree. I understand that my kid is going to be held to these standards. On graduation day, they need to be dressed this way. They need to be doing X, Y, Z.
We do have a senior parent meeting where we go over end of year stuff in February, goes in more detail, and we do meet with all our seniors about this, but this is for you guys as parents, whoever has a senior, gives you more details on that.
Okay, these next few parts here are just kind of agreements that the school promises to do. The school administration will do, teachers will do, students will do, parents will do. Okay, just saying that each of these facets has their own role in a student's education, and we're going to be held to those standards. So just saying, yes, I understand that everybody has their role in my kid's education. Authorization for.
All right, that's what I need you guys to pay attention to because a lot of people misunderstand what this is. Okay, so everyone gets confused by this. If you don't want your child to be in the yearbook or in social media or anything like that, okay, understand that we take pictures, we take whatever. Okay, if you really don't want your child, 99% of the kids are a part of this stuff. Okay, the only time anyone puts no is if they really don't want their child to be a part of this. Okay, I just don't. A lot of people get scared or like we're going to be selling your kids information. No, we don't do that. Okay, we don't give your kids information to anyone. This is internally what we do with it. A lot of times, just so you guys know, it's what's called a media release. When we're doing a video, I'll give you guys how this works. Say I'm doing a video of a class, okay? Say the teacher's doing that. If there's one kid in there who opts out, guess what I can't do? I can't post that video, okay? And it makes it very difficult because then we got to go back into the release form. Okay, who did, which is fine. Listen, if that's the case, it's fine. But we like to know in advance so that we know who to film and who not to film or who to have in any part of any events. So when you guys tell us this in advance, that's what it is. For the yearbook, your child wants to be in the yearbook. You don't really want them in the yearbook. Your preference, but
So
that's what this is.
So the top box is I'm okay. I'm okay with my kid being in these things. The bottom box is I don't want their picture in anything. Yes.
Now.
Aren't they the same one on the Parent Square?
Yes, this is exactly.
Not like this.
Yeah, it's gonna be, it's digitalized.
Okay, so it's not formed like this.
No, they're the same verbiage. It's just digitalized to make it easier for you guys. We have to go over this with you guys. And then what we're also looking for is any feedback that you guys might have regarding into the contracts or questions you might have, and we try to answer them.
So this is along the same base. This is the purple. I looked into this because I wasn't super sure what this had to do with. Essentially what this is, it doesn't really apply to us very much. This because this is like, so at my son's school, we have a directory where we have everybody's, their name, their address, their phone number, all their information. This is saying, I'm okay with my information being in the school directory. We don't do a school directory. So this one doesn't really apply to us until we decide to do that, okay? This says, I do not want my student in this directory that we do not
So
have.
there's two parts to this. That's important. The bottom, this is like say I want to say your child was filmed or part of the picture and we want to put it on the school website. If you really don't want your child to be a part of it, then you would put film. But then that means I cannot use your child's picture for anything related to the school. Okay. So if we're doing like an event and your child is part of that event, then we remove the child and we take the picture type of thing. I don't like doing that, but hey, every kid parent has their preference and I get it. No, everyone's personal preference. But that's the difference. There's two parts of this. Most people do, I do not, and then I give. That's what most people do because you're giving us permission to, if your child is in an event, we're giving you that, but we're not giving you permission to sell or give your kids information to other people. That's the top part. There's two parts, A and B. A, most people say, I do not want to get my information, which is fine. Great, I agree with that. But the bottom part, if you really don't want your kids to be a part of anything going on in the school, then you would click that. That's very rare that people do that, but that's what it's for. Yeah.
And then when the teacher or the school posts some pictures for the class,
Close to
And
the
the-
camera.
Oh,
my God.
sorry.
then the parent will call the school or the teacher, where's my kid's pictures? Why is it
Yeah.
pictures?
So it becomes a challenge when they're taking pictures. The teachers try to post as much as they can, but then when we get this kid can't be, this can get, and then we're trying to do it naturally. It's like, okay, well, hey, I'm so sorry. I have to remove you from this picture because you can't be pictured. Then how does that child feel? Listen, it's a personal preference, to each their own, but I like to say transparently so you guys know as parents how that does have a trickle down effect.
Okay, so this is the locker agreement. This is saying that we, students that are provided a locker, they agree to use it in a certain way. They're gonna store their coats, their backpacks, and things inside that. So all students 3rd through 10th grade have their own locker. 11th and 12th grade, because of the numbers, they share lockers. So they sign up and they 2 or 3 people, they'll all share a locker together if they choose to. A lot of these kids, juniors and seniors, they just don't even want a locker. They're not going to use it. They carry this from the bag. They have dueling co-ops, and they may not be in the building a lot, and they choose not to have a locker. But everybody has access to a locker if they choose to have one.
If you have a kid who is coming late, you're getting notified that the child is coming late. Okay. I would look into the time that they're spending at their locker. We have everybody in the hallways during transition time. And the most difficult thing that we have to deal with is a kid who wastes time at their locker. 6th grade is probably the most challenging year because they're just new to traveling from class to class and they're not used to it. We actually take the time with our teachers to teach the kids how to use a locker properly. But if your child is one of those childs that takes their time, this is a discussion you want to have with them. Okay. They are allowed to take their backpacks to their class, but we encourage them to use their locker so they're not carrying things. Okay. But it's working with your child. The number one mistake kids do with their lockers, حطوا كل شيء بعد الشنطة وبياخدوا الشنطة they want to stuff their backpack in the lock. حبيبي, you have 100 pounds in there and it's this big and the locker's this wide. So and it's okay. Kids are kids, right? They got to learn these things. It's a part of social skills. So we work with them when I see that. But okay, take stuff out, put it up there, put stuff here. It's part of organization. Yes.
So are we supposed to leave their notebooks, binders, that locker?
Yeah, they can.
Go or
Yeah, they can. They're,
It's bringing the whole
I mean, I
thing is that that's like.
Yeah. Listen, that's on the kid to know what, does he get his Chromebook tonight? What homework does he have? If you have the child who is a, go-getter and just brings everything home, hey, I was like that as a kid. I brought everything home because I never wanted to miss something. That was me. But you have the other kids who leave everything at school and say, hey, I know what, I don't have homework. So work with your kids. Work with your kids. They've got to build that's an important skill to organization, guys, is a very important skill. Having a locker is an important skill to build up. Now, yes, every kid has, if your child's not a Chromebook, please reach out to the deans because they have already distributed all Chromebooks. Yeah, so, great point. Elementary this year, we did something different this year for third, fourth, and fifth. We noticed that a lot of kids were misusing Chromebooks at home. Okay, and they were actually using it for all the wrong reasons. So we actually installed Chromebook chargers carts in all elementary classrooms. So teachers now, they're gonna send those home when it's necessary. Okay, so a kid is not, I love the word accept because the reason why we did that was because of and we got that from the parents, from you guys. When you guys see something and you tell us, we're gonna do our best to work with you on finding a solution. So we put it in our budget this year to buy those things so that we can eliminate all the unnecessary things with the Chromebook usage now.
Like, for example, if my son yesterday came saying he has to do the work that's supposed to be on the Chromebook.
Yeah.
Like, did they give you the Chromebook because my son in Georgia, he got it.
Yeah.
He's like, no, they didn't give me that.
So that, no, I want to be clear, every kid, so the elementary, they have them, they're not physically with them, they're in their car. So the teachers for elementary, are going to send them home when it applies. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, if there's work that needs to be done on the Chromebook, they're gonna send it home.
So along with that, exactly what we're talking about, this is the agreement, that we understand that with the device that the student is going to use the internet appropriately. Right, the school internet at home on their device, they're gonna using it for school work and not the myriad of other reasons that people would use the internet.
Parents, please pay attention to what your kids are doing on their Chromebooks when they have it at home. Look, a Chromebook, yes, we can block so many things. However, I'm telling you, the internet is a wild animal. It cannot be tamed. It is something that ever evolves. So if you're noticing something that is not blocked, a website that isn't blocked, because every single day I'll give you guys a real example. There was a website that was a gaming website. Whoever created this, literally every single day made a new website because kids were blocking the others or schools were getting, blocking it and they would make another one. It was literally happening on a day-to-day basis. As a school, no organization, no company can keep up with this. However, you guys share things with us, we are able to add things to our block list.
So this agreement is just saying, I give my students permission to use the internet, or I do not give them permission. I'm gonna be honest, if you choose to not allow your student to use the internet, they're gonna be completely handicapped all year. It's one of those things.
Very rare that anyone ever selects that. I hope you never do because your child needs the internet. They need access to it.
There's obviously a lot of things out there that aren't for school. But there are a lot of things out there that are for school and we utilize those a lot. So unless there is, some sort of major reason, make sure that you're selected that they can use the internet. Anti-bullying pledge, of course, we don't like bullying. Nobody likes bullying. This is just a pledge that the parent guardian pledge, parents and guardians agreed to do this. Students agreed to do this. We're trying to keep bullying out of schools, right? As much as we can. So this is just kind of a reminder of the steps that parents and students can take to help keep these things out of our school. This is the same thing, but this is for the staff anti-bullying pledge. So this is what the staff is going to do to help keep it out of the school. Allergy management policy. If your students have allergies, you need to make sure that you're notifying the school. If your student uses an EpiPen for any reason, if they have allergic to bees, allergic to peanut butter, and they have an EpiPen, you need to make sure that you are in contact with our nursing staff so that we can keep one of those here at school. We have quite a few, and that's fine. But you need to make sure that you're communicating it with us. The student can't bring medicine and keep it with them. They can't keep an EpiPen with them. It's got to stay with the nurse.
Listen, if a kid is in a school, I want to be very honest with you about something. Let's say a high schooler brings pills that are not in a bottle. they're in a napkin. By law, he could be taken out of here with an unquestionable substance, okay? As silly as that sounds, it could be Tylenol. If it's in a napkin and it's just here, and it's happened, kids you come, please do not send your kids with medication that you're asking them to take on their own. Work with the nurse staff. We don't ever want to run into that situation where we don't know what the substance is. We don't know what it is. And it's happened and it's by mistake. 99% of the time it's by mistake. However, never, I just say, hey, take the right measures when situations like that occur. Yeah. Inhalers are, that's a great question. Inhalers, you work with the nurse. She keeps them in stock. She holds them here. So if a kid needs them. Yeah.
My daughter had her, she had her back like she had to spin last year, but she
Yeah, inhaler is a little bit different for aware of these things. What we don't want, you got to communicate with your kids who's like, hey, you want to try my inhaler? And listen, it sounds like kids do that. Kids will be like, let's try this out. That's not what it's for. But no, it's communication with something like that. We're talking about like the medications, the pills, especially pills, right? You never know what's going on these days. So please, 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 that is that's beyond us. That's something that we deal with the law. It's all about.
Emergency health plan, medical information. A lot of this stuff is most likely pre-populated in your parent contracts.
All right, this one. Hold on. Look at this. This is the one that check those that you approve the school to administer to your child only if needed. So let's say you want the nurse to give your child Tylenol, Motrin. We can, but you have to tell us that, okay? I just cannot give any kid Tylenol. As a father myself, I wouldn't want anyone, unless I've approved it. Like I know, if these are things, these we allow. These are the over-the-counter stuff that every parent, is okay with. But you have to tell us that you're okay with it. Our nurse, Miss Valentina and Miss Al-Jamlawi, they've been here for a very long time. Miss Al-Jamlawi came back to us. She was here before. Valentina is like the mother here. She takes care of everyone's kids. She does a great job, but you have to tell us that you're okay with that. Okay.
And this goes as far as eye drops and cough drops also. So continue on here. This just says, hey, all the stuff that I just put down, it's accurate. I did it to the best of my ability. I checked it, I double checked it, and I made sure that these are the actions that I want taken with my student.
Okay, this is important. If your kids are going on a field trip and they don't have this sign, guess what? They can't attend that field trip. For all of you guys, especially elementary, because you guys are the first ones to take all those trips, please make sure that you get your contracts done. Because don't make me out to be the bad guy when I tell you, I'm so sorry, your child can't go to the field trip because you didn't do your part. Parents at home, we're here. Please, 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 make sure you're filling out these contracts, okay?
Yep, this just says, hey, here are the rules of my student being transported. I agree, my student agrees to follow these rules. Library materials, Ms. Grease was here, but she left. This is just saying, hey, I understand that my student may borrow materials from the library. I understand that I need to take care of those and we'll return those in a timely manner. This is talking about Chromebooks, headphones. Hey, I know that my student is getting a Chromebook that is to borrow at the end of the year. I will return it or I will need to pay a fee. A lost or damaged Chromebook is $200 fee. So make sure that your kids are taking care of those things.
With the Chromebook, I highly, highly recommend you ask your child every once in a while to open it up and let them show you their name. Okay? They screw up sometimes or misplace theirs or whatever. We do a good job of our internal system of knowing where we have them stored online and who's attached to who. But check with your child. They open up to make sure. I want to make sure that's your Chromebook. If you open up and see a name you don't recognize, good chance it's not their Chromebook.
All right, this is the Kidney Benton Homeless Assistance Act. This is saying if you're in a situation where your student does not have a consistent home, or your homes are shifting or even homeless, you let the school know we have assistance that we can provide you if you need help. Okay, all schools have this. So
if you know someone, it's real. It's a real thing. We do have kids here who are under that situation. If you know someone that maybe you are noticing, it's okay to speak up. You know, a lot of people in those situations are embarrassed to speak up, okay? But if you're noticing something, it's okay to reach out to me saying, Mr. Abdullah, I did notice something. You know, do you think that you might be able to look into this? We could provide support, okay? We are providing support for people who are currently enrolled in our school. It happens. It's a real thing. But if you're noticing things that we might not see, please speak up.
The volunteer chaperone agreement, before you can volunteer in the school for a test party, before you can go on a chaperone field trip to the zoo with your kid, this form has to be filled out, okay? Fill out this form, school does a background check, make sure that everything is okay. You cannot go until this is done. We have had parents who are here in the morning and we have to send them home because they haven't filled this form out, okay? This has to be done before you can volunteer in the building or before you can go on a field trip.
Ahali, please. It's important. I know a lot of you guys love to go on the field trips. You don't have that filled out. I gotta tell you, you can't go. It's important. It's a very black and white thing. I wouldn't want my child going on a trip with someone who hasn't had a background check. That's why we're very strict with this. If you come to me the day of a field trip, tell me, please, Mr. Abdullah, I'm gonna tell you from now, I am not gonna approve it. We have to go through the right procedure. So please do that in advance. When you know that your child's going on a field trip, it literally takes you guys 30 seconds in the main office to do this. It's nothing. It takes you nothing. George. Yeah, so I'll apply there. It's a great question. I don't have the answer, but I'm gonna give the answer.
Yeah, they told me it was okay.
Yeah. I'll find out before this is done.
But
Real quick, I just want to finish up real quick so we can get to our wrap up. This is some of the list of things you agreed to, being a chaperone or a volunteer on a field trip.
no.
This is saying that the academy maintains a firm policy prohibiting all forms of discrimination. So we will not discriminate you. We cannot say that you cannot do X, Y, Z because you believe in X, Y, Z. And that is not something that we tolerate as a school or at the student level. We do not allow discrimination from student to student either. Okay.
So yes, the answer to your question is yes.
Yeah.
If you did George and you got through there, then it is.
If your student is a driver, if they're driving to school, they have to follow the rules. We just finalized today our seniors that are going to be taking their parking sessions for the first time ever. Next weekend, they're going to be doing this. If your student is going to be driving to school and parking in our lot, there's of course rules they have to follow. They can't be reckless drivers. They have to have registration, insurance, and driver's license. They can't be 12 years old coming to and driving themselves to school. So those rules they have to follow. I told you. I'll give you 2 minutes.
I said, parents, I need you for this regarding student driving. If you're noticing that one of my kids, when I mean my kids, I mean our kids here at school, are reckless driving or just not following the rules in the parking lot, please let me know. I promise you, I will address it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, let me give you guys advice. Never ever confront a student. Okay? Confront me. If you have a concern, I never want an adult confronting a minor, regardless. Ever, please don't ever I know you're probably doing it out of the goodness of your heart. However, never put yourself in that situation because things can go sideways. Please come to me. Okay? All of you, if you don't have my number, I'll give it to you. I have no problem with that. Just don't call me at past 12 o'clock at night. Okay? Please, I need that. Come to me. I will address it personally. What I don't ever want to put you guys in a situation where we're having a conflict with another kid. I agree that you should do something about it, but go through the right channels and come to me. Okay?
Okay,
Oh,
parents, thank you for coming.
she gets the easy part. Wallah, nice. Go ahead.
I did all this. I did all this. Okay, we're not done. So please, our next event is October 3rd. And it's about the wellness and hygiene. Please spread the word if you would like to see more parents.
Next week.
And next week is the election for the PTC. If you would like to be elected, taking a role in PTC, please, it's gonna take a place next week. Mr. Wendt.
Hold on. Before we go, I think I can show up. You guys stand up for a second. I need to give credit where credit is due. These 2 ladies right here. This was the PTC right here. And they went out of their way every single day to do this. They need your help. Okay, we need your help. Sign up next week to be a part of this. I want to clarify regarding the field trips. Thank you guys. Thank you. I want to clarify regarding the field trips for the chaperone. So if you did it at George, when you come here, you have to let us know. You have to let us know, okay? This way we can look that up. Someone did confirm. So it's not like you have to do it twice, but you have to let us know that we can pull it up. Oh, you wrap raffles up.
Houston is gonna help me today. He said he's gonna help me. Come on.
All you parents at home, you should have been here. You would have got a free raffle ticket. You could have won something. Next time you can. Oh,
They don't need to see up your house.
So you said quick one for me, sweetie. Quick one. So it's gonna be 31988856. 31988856. But not that we have. Oh, okay, go back. Yes, go back.
great. Well, that's it.
31988856. No?
That's it. واحد.
في 5 0.
You said we're gonna do another one.
في tornado.
You want to say it in there?
6. There's a fire here.
واحد 9 8 8 5
Okay, 31988837. Yeah, like you said another one.
HES Academies have been serving the Detroit metro area for over 23 years, promoting academic excellence, leadership, and cultural diversity, ranking as some of the top schools in the state of Michigan. Our pre-K through 12th grade students enjoy tuition-free, state-accredited education by STEM certified and highly qualified staff with no geographical restrictions, and with advanced placement, college dual enrollment, scholarship, and Arabic language programs. Nor International Academy in Sterling Heights at niapsa.org, Star International Academy in Dearborn Heights and in Canton at starpsa.org, Universal Academy in Detroit at universalpsa.org, and Universal Learning Academy in Westland at ulapsa.org. Join HES Academies today and enjoy a free Chromebook for every enrolled student.